New report out today from the Nonpartisan Government Accountability Office, and they found that federal agencies set a new record for improper payments last year, shelling out $125 billion in questionable benefits. That's a lot, $125 billion. Huffington Post reports, quote, the payments included tax credits for families that didn't qualify, Medicare payments for treatments that might not have been necessary, and unemployment benefits for people who were actually working. In addition to fraud, the errors included overpayments and underpayments, as well as payments made without proper documentation. While the errors were spread among 22 federal agencies, 3 programs stood out: Medicare, Medicaid, and the Earned Income Tax Credit. They accounted for $93 billion in improper payments. They say Medicare's payments to doctors and hospitals had the most improper payments at $46 billion. That's amazing. Medicare Advantage, which allows older Americans to get their Medicare benefits through private health plans, had a $12.2 billion waste rate, or improper payments, I should say. Unemployment insurance, there was $5.6 billion in improper payments. The Supplemental Security Income, which is a disability program for the poor, $5 billion in improper payments. And Social Security had $3 billion in improper payments, which, again, it's bad, but it's actually way less than all the others here. So, naturally, when I was going through this report earlier, the first thing that popped in my mind is, oh no, conservatives are going to use this to then turn around and argue, well, this obviously proves that government is inherently inefficient and they can't do anything right, so let's totally gut the safety net in every way, shape, and form, and let's throw your grandma out on the street. Of course, they won't literally argue that. They'll try to nuance it more, and they'll try to make it seem like a more academic argument, if you will. But the core of what they're going to say is exactly that. That, oh, see how much waste and abuse there is in government? I guess this proves that we should just privatize absolutely everything. Well, understand, that's not the answer. Now, we do have an area of agreement with conservatives in the sense that we can all look at this and say, yeah, that's not right. That's fucked up. We need to fix this. We need to address this. But our solutions are totally different because, again, they're going to say, so slash these programs to the bone and fuck over people who absolutely need it. And the problem with that is you're throwing out the baby with the bathwater, and you shouldn't do that. So the real solution has actually been proposed by Obama and some of his budget officials. They want to increase funding to the various agencies that are responsible for regulating and looking after the waste and fraud and abuse in all these different programs. Now, if you guys remember, it was probably about a year or so ago that we covered a story on the show about how the Democrats have proposed this already, and the Republicans blocked it. So the Democrats said, you guys have to understand that, yes, we're increasing funding for these specific agencies, but in the long run, it's actually going to net save us money. Because what these agencies do is they find all this waste, fraud, and abuse, and then because they crack down on that through lawsuits and other avenues, it turns out that we actually make money by paying more money up front right now to these agencies. And the Republicans didn't want to hear it, and they blocked it. So as a result of that, we see an increase in waste, fraud, and abuse. And also, I should add, every year that Obama's been in office so far, there's been a decrease in these numbers. So this is an outlier year, and this is above and ahead of, or it's more than the other years. But again, the solution is not throw the baby out with the bathwater and totally forget government and let's all become anarcho-capitalists. No. The answer is let's address this in a smart way, and let's find a way to have different government agencies look into this and crack down on the waste, fraud, and abuse.